If you were called mature as a kid, this video might make you uncomfortable. But stay with me. It usually starts quietly. No one notices. You're about 7 years old, standing in front of a parent who's falling apart. Maybe it's addiction, maybe anger, maybe just silence. The kind that feels heavy, even when no one is yelling. And without thinking, something clicks in your small mind. If I don't hold everything together, no one will. That's how a child disappears. Not physically, psychologically. You smile more. You cry less. You learn to read the room before you speak. You become the emotional thermostat of the house. You grow up fast. Too fast. And the world praises you for it. You're so responsible. You're so strong. You're so mature for your age. But no one ever asks, at what cost? If this feels heavy already, pause for a second. Take a breath. You're not alone in this. What you're experiencing has a name. When children are forced to emotionally support adults instead of being supported themselves, psychologists call it parentification. It's when a child becomes the caretaker, the peacekeeper, the therapist, the protector. And this doesn't just affect childhood. It rewires the brain, because when a child is constantly responsible for emotional safety, theirs or someone else's, the nervous system stays on high alert. You grow hypervigilant, always scanning for danger, always walking on eggshells. You learn that love is conditional. I'll keep the peace, maybe then I'll be safe. You learn that your needs are risky, and other people's needs are urgent. So you slowly disappear, emotionally, and in your place grows a version of you that performs really well. The good child. The quiet achiever. The reliable one. The person who never asks for anything. You wear that identity so convincingly, even you forget it's a mask. But deep inside, something still hurts. Because the inner child you buried didn't vanish. They're still there, asking a question that never got answered. Why didn't anyone protect me? As you grow older, the patterns become more subtle. You might become extremely independent. You hate asking for help. You push people away without meaning to. You might feel emotionally numb during happy moments. Joy feels unfamiliar, uncomfortable, even dangerous. You might struggle to rest, because productivity is the only way you ever felt worthy. And here's the hardest part. You may not even realize you're still in survival mode. When chaos is normalized early, your nervous system accepts it as normal. Stillness feels wrong. Peace feels suspicious. Love feels like a debt you'll eventually have to repay. This isn't a personality flaw. It's a trauma response. And no child chooses this role willingly. Children will do anything for attachment. Even abandon themselves. That choice isn't conscious. It's biological. In the absence of safety, a child trades authenticity for belonging. That's not weakness. That's survival intelligence. But here's the tragedy. What saved you back then can imprison you now. So many adults walk around high-functioning on the outside, with deeply neglected inner children running the show. We overachieve to earn love. We stay silent to avoid abandonment. We take care of everyone, while secretly wishing someone would ask, "Are you okay?" And that quiet fantasy, that one day someone will notice you're not as strong as you pretend to be, that's not your adult self talking. That's the child who never got to be held. If this is hitting close to home, slow down. You don't need to fix anything right now. Just notice, because healing doesn't start with fixing. It starts with witnessing. Most people gaslight themselves with thoughts like, "It wasn't that bad. Others had it worse. I turned out fine." But fine can be a mask too. The truth is, children who grow up too fast don't stop needing care. They just stop asking for it. And when they grow up, they become adults who feel unsafe even in calm rooms, struggle to receive love, apologize for having emotions, and confuse exhaustion with success. This is the real cost of growing up too fast. But here's the part no one tells you. No one is coming to rescue the child you buried. And that sounds scary, until you realize what it actually means. It means you get to go back. You get to hold their hand. You get to say the words no one else did. You didn't deserve that. You were just a child. You don't have to be strong anymore. This is where real healing begins. Not with positivity, not with pretending, but with turning toward the parts of yourself you were forced to abandon. It's painful, because it asks you to feel the grief you never had time to feel, to mourn the childhood you didn't get, to release the anger you were never allowed to express. But that grief isn't weakness, It's proof that something frozen inside you is finally thawing. So if you grew up too fast, hear this. Your maturity was never the problem. The problem was that you had no choice. Now you do. You can choose rest. You can choose softness. You can stop managing everyone else's emotions and start honoring your own. There will be days you feel small again. That's not regression. That's healing. You're not broken. You're becoming whole. You didn't get a childhood, but you still have a future. And this time, you get to write it.